Good evening and welcome to episode 2 of the MouseTalks podcast. We've got Ears for the Magic, a podcast where we'll share all we know about Walt Disney World and why families have been loving the magic for 40 years. So welcome to episode 2, as I just said. And as we get started, I want to introduce our hosts for the evening. We have Christian Markley from agilitygarden.com.
Hello, hello. Yes, this is Christian here again. The tech side of Disney, not nearly as knowledgeable as Phil and Terry as far as going there as frequently, but love technology and love to learn more and can't wait to plan my next trip, so I am here to help you along with the rides.
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. And then we have Phil Saul of Philip Saul Photography.
How you guys doing? I'm back, episode 2. It's pretty crazy. I can't believe we made it here.
No, it is.
I mean, it's nuts.
It is nuts that we've gone this far.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any more followers, but we're going to keep going with it.
And I'm your Terry Pritchard from fairytalejourneysbyterry.com and one of the hosts of the Old Guys with Glasses podcast. So I'd like to welcome you again to episode 2. We're excited. 2017, I think we're, a little over a week into 2017?
Yep.
And, I'm excited about what 2017 can bring. And when I look at what Walt Disney World is doing and what the Disney company in itself is doing, 2017 is shaping up to be very exciting.
Huge.
Yep. Huge. So we wanted to take a few minutes and episode 2, I think Christian said it nicely. It's going to be kind of an index, if you will, a table of contents for a few of the things that are going to be coming up, and then we'll dedicate some later podcasts to each of the items and go into a little more in depth. So we're going to kind of scratch the surface tonight and then kind of see where it goes, and that'll give us kind of a jumping off point for later podcasts, later shows. Right, Christian? That's kind of how you summed it up. Is that?
It was, yes. It was very close. I appreciate your listening to me. Yes.
Well, I'm either listening to you or I'm shutting you down hard.
It's hard no.
It's a hard no.
That's right. Yeah. That was we'll see. Like, okay.
That's the same thing I give my daughter.
Thanks, Dad.
When she asks for the we'll see. And that usually gets me out of the target.
Right. It leaves it open enough that she's, it might happen, but in your mind, it's a hard no.
It's a hard no.
Yeah.
So
great dad.
So when Christian says something, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I love that.
And so Christian, I think you've got the table of contents in front of you. So I'm going to let you kind of, as we finish up a topic, I'm going to throw it right back at you, and you can kind of introduce the next topic. And I think a lot of this stuff, you might be new to you, so it'll be good for you to kind of
actually new to us.
I know, right? And well, some of it's kind of old hat, and
yeah, I guess.
And we've been hearing about it for a really long
30
time.
Years.
Yeah. So it'll be kind of interesting as we dive into it. So
yeah.
Christian, what's first on your list?
So number 1.
So I think this is a preview of future list shows.
I guess so.
Yeah, because I think we're going to do some list shows, top 5s and stuff. So that'll be kind of fun.
Excited.
So it's kind of a little preview, if you will.
Cool.
Yeah,
So were you saying that we'll be doing list shows, or you're going to let me make those cool sounds? Or both?
We'll see.
Hard no. Hard no, everyone. You heard it.
Amazing.
You heard it. All right. Number 1. Rivers of Light.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean, is it ever going to happen?
This should have been 2016.
Yeah, this is on 2016's list, talked about in 2015.
Yeah. So
it's about time.
So Animal Kingdom, where Rivers of Light will be debuting, if you will. It's a nighttime spectacular show. Each of the parks have their own nighttime show, except for Animal Kingdom. And the reason for that, Animal Kingdom is it did a hard close, like at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night, and that's because the animals
they gotta go to bed.
They gotta go to bed. They gotta
can't keep those guys up.
Simba's gotta take a nap.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and so they spend a lot of time training these animals to be awake when some of them were generally not going to be awake.
Right.
And so they've decided that they want to venture out and make Animal Kingdom a nighttime park as well,
which I'm excited about.
Oh yeah,
it's usually only a half-day park for me and my family.
Yeah,
but I'm excited for it to extend my day.
Yeah,
There's so much to do there. It's the largest park, actually, of all of them.
Yeah.
And it's going to be expanding this year, which is pretty awesome.
So
but I'm definitely excited about this Rivers of Light thing.
So one of the things that you have to do to make it an all-day park is you have to have some sort of nighttime entertainment and a larger show. And your Magic Kingdom has Wishes,
Right.
which is the nighttime show at Magic Kingdom. Epcot has Illuminations, which is the best show. Oh.
Which I heard some sad things that it might be ending in 2017, and I think I'll cry.
I definitely
because it's
will
one
cry.
of the greatest shows ever.
And Hollywood Studios actually has 2 nighttime shows. They have Fantasmic,
Right.
and then they have the Star Wars projection,
Which is
thing and fireworks now. That's just going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so Animal Kingdom kind of needed that. And so, tell me a little bit about Rivers of Light. I've heard some really interesting things, and
I've heard a bunch of different things about it. It's like a water pageant. There's all these different like lily pads that come out. One of the cool things they're doing is it's going to be more of like lasers and music rather than fireworks, not to scare the animals, which I think environmentally is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the show is based around bringing the water in front of the Tree of Life, which there's basically like a huge lake there, bringing that to life. So some of the previews you can see on Disney Parks blog, where they actually will like shoot water like out of a cannon, and then they'll project on the water that's being fired like different animals swimming and different. I mean, it looks incredible. Now they've had a lot of different difficulties. One of the main difficulties is the watercolor in Animal Kingdom is tinted green and brown to look like a lake. Right,
to be more natural.
When it projects,
it gets a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
So Fantasmic and World of Color.
Right.
In Disney's California Adventure.
Yeah, in Disneyland. That's where they got this whole thing from.
Right.
And it works really well there.
Right.
And so they're struggling with how can they make it clear? How can they make it look the best?
Right. So and you don't want to take away from the way the water looks in the more natural environment.
Right.
But so I could see that being a struggle.
I mean, I think it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, the first time I saw water projections, and think of it as a shooting mist of water, and you just project digital images onto it like a movie screen.
Oh, totally.
It's such a neat effect, and what they're doing with Rivers of Light is going to be really fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's smart for them to pull the reins back. Disney only does things, in my opinion, when they're at 100%.
Right. And I don't want to see junk.
No, exactly.
I don't pay that much money to see junk.
Especially because it's the first nighttime show. So if they put out something that's junk, everyone's going to go there, they're going to review it, and then all of a sudden, they're not going to get the people there.
And it's going to be a half-day park, and they've spent all this money. And
correct.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with them pulling the reins back, in my opinion.
So when I go to Animal Kingdom, in the past, it's been, 3/4 of a day park for me. But I always plan it that I get, kind of toward the end, advanced diner reservation at Tusker House.
See, I'm opposite. So what I do is the very last breakfast at Tusker House.
There you go.
So I do the same thing where I do like a late breakfast at like 10 to 15, like just later. And then by the time I'm out of there, it's like 11:15, so it's lunch. I don't need lunch because it's all you can eat.
Oh, yeah.
And then I go about my day and I leave by 5 or whatever.
Right. So what we've done in the past is kind of scheduled Tusker House at the very end of the day. And that way the parks at night, all the lights, and then you get the parks empty by that time,
which is awesome.
And you get amazing pictures of the Tree of Light and everything. So I'm excited about doing kind of the same thing, except now I'm going to have a nighttime experience, the nighttime safari. Which we didn't. It's a completely different experience at night. So you're going to ride it first thing in the morning and see those animals, and then at night see a different set of animals and different effects.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm so excited about that. So excited.
Yeah.
When you guys say Tusker House, is that like a central location, or is that one of the restaurants?
That's one of the restaurants. That's a great question. Yeah.
Okay, so there's food there, right?
Yeah, there is, and it's kind of it's mainly African and American cuisine.
That's for dinner,
right?
And for breakfast,
typical.
That's their typical breakfast. But they do have some. They have like a really cool rice. that they do, and some different desserts that they do that are like more African. But it's your typical Disney breakfast. But the key about it is, and I don't know, does it character at night?
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, it's character.
It's the Fab Five in safari outfits.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So it's really
Mickey,
cool.
Minnie,
You
Donald,
still get a picture
Goofy.
with Donald Duck,
Yep.
I think, right?
Yep.
So when you go into the restaurant, you get a picture with Donald Duck in his outfit, and then the rest of the characters come around and meet you, and the food is out of this world.
Yeah, I remember it being, for me, you know, we've done it several times, and it's kind of my number 2 on property.
Wow.
Yeah.
That says something.
Yeah, right. And most of the time buffets aren't great food. You
Disney
you
buffets,
get plenty of it, but Disney buffets they do it right. And the flavors were really kind of genuine and really really kind of tasty. So a great story at the last time we went. The band out front of Tusker House had just started playing, and we were waiting for our advanced dining reservation, or ADR. And we were sitting at the bar. We got some drinks, and the girls were just dancing and having a great time.
Right.
Watching this band and everything. And so our name came up, and so we were going to go get the girls, and our server said, "No, let them dance." And he goes out there and starts dancing with them.
That's awesome.
And so all of a sudden, a crowd start joining with them, and so for another 20 minutes, they're out there dancing, and we didn't care because the girls were having a good time. And anytime you can have the kids have a good time, you don't want to interrupt that just because you want to go eat. But they held our spot for us, and they just had a good time, and then.
That's awesome.
We got to eat. So
That's
we'll
the Disney
never
magic.
forget. Right. That's that magic.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
you can't
cool.
plan for those things.
No.
Those things just happen, and when they do, it really takes your trip to the next level.
So it does, and those are sprinkled everywhere.
Yep.
I think we'll as we go along we'll touch more on those magic. And the cool thing about those magic is you can't force it, but organically a lot of times magic just happens. It's that sprinkle of fairy dust, that makes your trip spectacular. So Rivers of Light, when is it supposed to open?
I think this could be a segue into number 2 on the list, but I think it's supposed to be opening sometime around when the...
Number 2.
Is this Pandora?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
It is
So, go ahead.
Pandora, the world of Avatar.
So that's supposed to be opening.
yeah.
They have a pretty hard date from the rumors and the different cast members. I've heard not the first month of summer, which would be technically June, but sometime in July before August. Those are pretty hard dates now. So
good.
They're saying about 6 weeks into summer.
Oh, good.
So I'm going end of August. So I'm super hoping that they stick to that deadline.
There's-
Sometimes they
right.
don't stick to their deadlines.
Yeah, right.
But I'm hoping they stick to it. So I would think Rivers of Light should be done in the spring or summer. They don't have any dates. It just says 2017 right now.
Yep. So Pandora, World of Avatar. So Avatar, is that the movie? That is the movie, right?
It is.
I'm throwing that out there.
Oh, yeah.
I know the answer
James
to the
Cameron,
question.
Titanic, Avatar.
Yeah. So it with the bioluminescent plants, the banshees,
The previews that they're putting out now are
and
absolutely
the animatronics.
They are insane.
Oh my God! If you haven't gone to the Disney Parks blog and checked out the world of Avatar,
The animatronics, they look like real humans. Like it's weird.
Yeah,
and it's some of the best. I think they're like top rated animatronics in the world or something.
Well,
using.
all of Disney's animatronics are spectacular.
Yeah,
but this
is next level.
Is.
I've never seen anything like it.
No, I haven't either. I remember you bringing it and showing it to me, and I was like, oh my God, this is unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christian, you haven't seen this.
No, we talking like animatronics 2.0, like really, like seriously.
It's probably 93.0.
It's nuts.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's.
No, I haven't seen it. That sounds pretty.
We'll pull it up and we'll show it to you.
Okay, cool.
Get a producer.
Producer.
Yeah. Silent Google.
Silent Google. So we are still taking applications for
Actually,
producer.
yes, the pay has tripled, I think, right?
Oh yeah. Well, our followers have increased, so yeah.
So we have to.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nuts.
So there's two major attractions, some in Avatar Land or Pandora.
There's the Banshees, which were those like flying raptor type
Yes.
thing, dinosaur. What I don't know. What do you want to call them? Birds.
Birds. Large
Flying
birds. Pterodactyls.
Caw-caw! Yeah.
So I don't know where that came
Maybe.
from.
It's supposed to be a roller coaster, though.
Is it a what is the ride mechanism? I've heard Kuka arms. I've heard kind of like
Peter Pan.
Soren.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah. No. Nobody does.
Yeah, nobody does.
That's James Cameron.
It's a surprise.
Yeah.
It's a surprise. It's almost ready, and it's a surprise.
Yeah. We should
and then
email
there's
Bob Iger about that one.
Right. Get on that, Bob. If you're listening,
Bobby.
we'd like some information.
Bobby
Iger. If you're listening, we'd like some information. Maybe we could have you on the show if you give us some information.
I mean,
maybe.
But if you don't want to
Maybe.
give us information,
That's a hard.
we will still have you on.
We'll see.
No.
We'll see.
I think we should, guys. I really think this would be a good thing we should do.
You think?
Yeah, he should
All
be
right.
on there.
Bob Iger, if you're listening, Bobby, give me a call, and we'll see.
The worst.
Give me that hard no.
So there's supposed to be the Banshee ride, roller coaster. I don't know.
That's
Whatever
the
ends up
adventure
being
ride. That's
the-
the
yeah,
thrill
the
ride.
thrill.
The thrill ride.
And then there's, what are they calling it? Oh yeah, the Navi River Journey.
The Navi River Journey. Yeah.
Right. So that's supposed to be
It's what we're gonna call that is living with the land
and Pirates of the Caribbean.
and Pirates of the Caribbean, or it's a small world.
Avatar.
Avatar
Yes.
with less annoying song. I hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
And more lights.
Bioluminescence.
Yeah, bioluminescence. Yeah.
Glowing plants.
Glowing plants. Yeah, which looks amazing.
Yeah, they do look freaking awesome.
Hey, so, did you see Avatar in the theater?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Did you see it in 3D?
Oh yeah.
Did you see it in IMAX?
Yes.
Yes.
There's never been a more beautiful movie produced ever than that.
Wow.
I'm throwing down the
intense.
gauntlet.
That's
I'm throwing down
intense.
the gauntlet.
Yeah. Wow.
I can tell you that when I saw it, I think it was like a week after my wife and I began dating, and we went to that movie, and we saw it 3 times in IMAX in 3 weeks.
Jeez.
So we loved it. It was the perfect mix of just a classic story. I mean, there was nothing crazy about the story.
No,
you know,
it's a
the
live
classic
action Fern Gully.
Pocahontas.
Right, or Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Yeah.
It's the same idea, but it's beautiful. It's done beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
No,
great.
it was gorgeous. It was absolutely beautiful. So I can't
And
wait
the
to see what
3D
they
effects were first of its kind. It's like what we're seeing now in all other movies. And
Yeah.
I just remember when the forest was spoiler alerts, turn this off if you don't want to know what happens in Avatar, which came out in 2009, 8 years ago. When the forest is burning and the ashes are falling, I felt like they were hitting me. And it was the first time 3D movies were like, it was that intense.
Yeah, it was that. You're right. It
So
was.
that was awesome.
So I'm looking forward to them bringing that to life.
Definitely.
The floating mountains.
Look.
I mean, wow. How do they do that?
I don't even know.
How do they do it?
Invisible rope.
It's Disney magic. Invisible rope. Yeah. All right. So I think we've notched that one because we can go into more depth when that begins to get more details.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go nuts on that. It's gonna be awesome.
All right. What's number 3 on that list?
Number 3, the festivals. Festival.
Oh, yeah.
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 The festivals. Yes.
The festivals.
The
The
festivals.
festivals.
The festivals. The Festival of Art, the Flower and Garden Festival, and the Food and Wine Festival.
Oh, he must be talking about Epcot.
He is.
He is. So Epcot kind of is becoming the land of the festivals.
It really is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's their way of drawing large crowds all year round.
Yeah.
And when they're not doing it, it's during holidays.
But
Or summer.
It started out with Food and Wine,
Yep.
and Food and Wine just it grew. It's the fall time of the year.
Well, this year they extended it.
Yeah.
Yeah, August 31st.
Oh.
So it's now 75 days long, which is the longest time they've ever done Food and Wine. It's not their longest festival because Flower Garden is technically still longer.
Right.
But 75 days in the fall and end of summer, that's really
Yeah.
long. It's
And you guys go generally during Food and Wine. Is that?
Yeah. So this year we were planning not going during Food and Wine. We already had our trip booked, and we're actually coming home on September 3rd. And when this was announced, I actually called my mother-in-law, who was really bummed that we weren't going because she's a foodie too. And I was like, well, we're going to have to extend our trip now because August 31st, Food and Wine starts. So we're all freaking out because Food and Wine is awesome.
So Christian, I see you looking and going, what's Food and Wine? Well, Food and Wine, and this is almost true for the other festivals as well. But what they do is they put different kiosks throughout World Showcase, basically lining the walkways, and have sampling of food, little appetizer portions of food that you purchase or do on bands and stuff and sample each country, not just countries that are in World Showcase, but so many countries. How many booths? It's
got to be close to 30.
It's probably more than that.
You think?
Yeah, probably more than that. Food, beer, wine from all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Each country has its own little niche. It's amazing, and you can if you're booking a trip, hopefully through Terry, but if you're booking a trip, that was a really bad plug. I'm sorry.
No, I welcome it.
Well,
I welcome it.
I know you do.
Yeah.
But if you're booking a trip and you're doing like the dining plan, which is very popular, most of the things at Food and Wine are snack credits. Which we'll be able to do a whole episode on just dining.
Yeah.
And how to do it. But a snack credit basically is something that's usually around the $5 to $6 range. It could be a bottle of water. It could be an ice cream bar. But what's cool is you can take all your snack credits, save them up, go to Food and Wine, and literally eat for the entire day. Be super full on just snack credits. Yep. So I love it. We did that
Canada,
once.
they have samplings of the filet from La Cellier.
And their soup.
And the soup. Oh,
the cheddar. Cheddar cheese soup.
I love cheddar cheese soup.
Yeah, that's from La Cellier, the steakhouse there.
Yeah. Which is a very fine restaurant.
It's very good.
Very good. So Food and Wine.
But then they have like Greece and Argentina and just like countries that aren't a part of the World Showcase, which I think is super awesome.
Yep.
When I was there in 2012, they started doing like a craft brewery type thing.
Yep.
That was new that year, and they were bringing in craft beers that you could only get in Walt Disney World, and then you couldn't get those beers anywhere else in the country, which was cool. So it was like you could get it here or where the brewery was from in another country.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So they had some like beers and wines that are just like out of this world. So they try to uphold a high level.
That's cool.
Yeah, we used to do fall right around our anniversary, and that was during the time of Food and Wine, and I like it. The only thing I didn't like is weekends get really, really crowded. So the best
Holidays
time to go
is
generally Monday through Thursday, because the locals don't come out during those days. But those are the best days to do Food and Wine.
Epcot's also huge.
It is.
So
huge.
when they put you at park capacity on big days, like anniversaries and for Food and Wine opening and closing, you feel it, but you only feel it really bad if you're waiting 3 or 4 hours for Soarin' or for a ride. But if you're walking around the countries, it's not
it's not too bad. Yeah, but
it's definitely worse at like Hollywood Studios or Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, for sure. So then then in the spring there's the Flower and Garden,
Have you ever been?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I went once.
It's beautiful. Topiaries everywhere. Mm-hmm. The butterflies. It's just it's spring, so it feels like spring. So if you've been to an arboretum, imagine that 30 times, and in a theme park. It's pretty amazing, and they've got green thumbs from all over the world that come and show off their skills.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing. And now this year the Festival of the Arts, which I'm excited to see when we get there. There'll be artists. There's cooking. There's what are the three? There's 3 disciplines: the visual,
culinary, and performing arts.
Performing arts.
Yeah. So there's going to be all sorts of different culinary artists there, different musicians, dancers, singers, songwriters, and then visual arts. So painters and people who do drawings, and you'll be able to buy art and meet these people. And then
exciting.
The culinary thing is going to be like a mini Food and Wine. It's kind of like what they do at Flower and Garden, where they have little kiosks with different types of food. I'm sure they're going to do something special. So that starts this month, I think.
And they also do some classes as well that I think you can pay for and become a part of. And I think they host those in one of the pavilions. It's right
behind Mission Space.
Okay.
because they have like an HGTV set up there for Food and Wine,
Right.
and they bring all the chefs and all the different cooks and stuff there,
Right.
and you can meet them there.
Perfect.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I had no idea that there was any kind of those kind of festivals.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They're huge.
They're
really
they're
huge. And
they last a long time.
Yeah, and they're becoming more and more popular, and that's kind of why they're lasting longer. So that it doesn't, be honest, get more bucks out of it. You know?
One of the cool things that I'm not going during this time. Let's see when it ends on February 20th. When do you come back?
The 12th.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna actually be there
yeah.
for Festival of the Arts, which is gonna be awesome. Since we'll be able to talk about that when you come back.
Yeah.
One of the things I want to make sure you do is they're actually bringing Broadway performers from Disney musicals, The Lion King, Newsies, and Aladdin.
That's right.
And they're doing excerpts of the actual Broadway show on the stage where what's the stage called?
The American Garden Theater.
They're doing it in the American Garden Theater.
Wow.
So you're gonna be able to see literally the people that are on Broadway in Disney. So they're gonna do different show times. So we should look into that more, and you should definitely try to snag a spot on one of those, because that would be amazing.
I definitely will. So I'm going to throw a little side note in there. So the American Garden Theater. So our listeners don't know yet, but I don't know if you guys know. I performed at the American Garden Theater when I was in a Broadway musical. Yeah. So, we had the New York cast, and I would come to Florida and I would train.
Wait. What musical was this?
This is called Blast.
Okay.
Which actually they just got back from Japan, doing a tour in Japan, and they're doing they kind of revamped the show to do all Disney music, which is kind of a nice little tie-in here.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really, really great kind of a joining of my two passions. But I was in this musical, and we performed in the American Garden Theater in the summer of 2001. And when I wasn't performing, I was teaching the other cast. So there were two casts that were rotating in and out performing there. And so we'd do 4 shows a day. On July 4th, we did 5 shows a day. And
wow. That's amazing.
So yeah, but it's a cool theater. The theater seats maybe 600, 700 people. It's an outdoor theater.
I'm excited they're using it for more things. The candlelight processional.
Yep.
That's like the big thing they use it
run
for
holiday.
in the holidays.
And was it Eating to the Beat?
Right.
During festival, they bring in quite a few people. So
yeah,
that's really interesting.
Yeah, they do a lot of different musicians and stuff.
Yeah,
but it's cool that they're gonna do something for this too. So
yeah, so it'll be good to see Broadway stars performing on that, just like I did.
Yeah.
Except I wasn't a star. I was kind of a chorus member. But
it's okay. You're a star in my heart.
Oh, you're so kind. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's
I'm gonna get
awesome.
mushy. So I guess that's going to take us into number 4.
Cool.
I don't know how I can follow that, but yes. So, number 4. Typhoon Lagoon gets a new ride.
Oh,
finally.
So I'm going to go ahead and say it. I have never been to Typhoon Lagoon.
Whoa.
Wow.
Even I've been there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we'll take over this part.
Yeah, I'll just sit and listen.
What do you have the name of the actual ride?
I do.
Okay, cool.
I believe it is Misfortune Falls.
Perfect.
It's a tubing ride, if I do recall.
Yeah. I'm really excited about this. I love Typhoon Lagoon. I definitely try to plan like 2 resort days when I go. One day where I hang by the resort, and one day I do like at Typhoon Lagoon. I consider a resort day, even though I'm technically in a park. But adding a new ride there, I'm just very excited. I definitely like it better than Blizzard Beach. I don't know if you guys have been there.
That's the one I've been to.
Okay.
And I've been a couple times. I actually liked it a lot because I like the theming of it.
That's cool. Well, I like this one a little bit better.
All right.
But that's fine. Right. You can have your own opinion. But what's cool about this ride is it's like a family-style raft ride, and it's supposed to get everybody soaking wet because it's a water park. But what's neat about it is the run time's just over 2 minutes, so it's going to make it the longest attraction in any of the Disney water parks that are out. And I think that's pretty neat. So if you're waiting in the line for a really long time, at least you know you'll be on it for a little longer.
That's right. So it's a family tube.
Tubing ride.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Typhoon Lagoon. We'll have to do a water park show at some point. We'll jot that one down. Show producer. But that would be definitely something we could talk about because I love Typhoon Lagoon.
Why, outside of the Misfortune Falls new ride, why would you say Typhoon Lagoon is more fun than the Blizzard Beach?
2 reasons.
Question Gusher.
What?
Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah.
You like that one better?
Well, I don't know. In Typhoon Lagoon?
Yeah, but I think the wave pool is about 10,000 times better, and the lazy river is huge.
Oh, I love lazy rivers.
And
lazy river.
I'm a big sit on the tube and just go in circles. And they just allow you to float there, and it's just those are my 2 favorite things to do: is the wave pool and the lazy river. Yeah, so that's why I like them better.
Who has better food?
Ooh, it's mostly quick service.
It's quick service, yeah. It's,
they're
the same.
I would say,
Okay.
yeah, it's negligible at this point.
Yeah.
The one thing that's annoying is you can't use your dining cup. You have to buy a special cup there for refillable drinks. It's the same at both, but I would say food would be the same. There's no like sit down restaurants. But I really wouldn't want to sit down if I was at that park. In my opinion, you're paying a separate ticket price. You're only open from usually 9 to 5, 9 to 6. So you want to get your
you want to keep moving.
Yeah, you want to get your time, even if you're just moving on the
lazy river.
Yeah.
No,
what do you like about Blizzard Beach though?
I really like the theming. The whole
it's awesome.
The fact that it's snowing in Florida. Cool. So that in the ski, I'm a skier, so I love skiing, and I like the idea of that. So for me, that's kind of, I've always gone there because of that. I've heard great things about Typhoon Lagoon.
Yeah. Well, this might give you a reason to want to go to there.
Yeah. All right, what's next on our list?
So I believe we are at the end of our list.
Have we reached the end of our list?
We've reached the end
of this list.
Of this.
We do have one more thing to talk about.
We do. Number 5. Wilderness cabins.
Oh, the DVC.
DVC-only.
Yeah.
Special.
For the Wilderness Lodge.
Yes.
Sorry, Wilderness Lodge, not cabins. Or the cabins at the lodge, maybe.
Cabins at the Wilderness Lodge.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
The official name, I'm actually pulling it up right now. They're calling it Wilderness Lodge's Copper Creek Waterfront Cabins. And they're also doing villas. And villas are basically 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. And you get a kitchen. So when you're booking with Disney Vacation Club, you get that. So what Disney has done with Disney Vacation Club, it started out as separate resorts, and now I would say the past 15 years, they built onto their deluxe resorts. Right. So they built onto Contemporary and Polynesian, Grand Floridian, Animal Kingdom Lodge. So now they're doing Wilderness Lodge, which has been really nice because it already has everything you want. You have your restaurants there and good transportation, and now they're just building more high-end rooms, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
So I think that's something that's going to be pretty neat.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see them. I've heard good things. I can't wait to see them. I know that the waterfront at the Polynesian are just gorgeous, but the
bungalows there.
Oh my God!
I think they're like $2,000 a night.
A night.
Yeah, I can't afford that.
That kidney.
Yeah,
I'd have to sell a kidney.
Yeah, I don't think your kidneys are worth that much.
No. No, not my kidneys.
Yeah.
Nor my liver.
Yeah. The bungalows that they did at Polynesian are just amazing. They're 2 bedrooms. They got everything you want. You have a private pool.
Wow.
On like a deck area with a hot tub, and when you're sitting there, you're watching the fireworks in Magic Kingdom, and you're in your pool with no one else around you.
How much do those rooms cost?
I think they're around in the slow period though. Aren't they like a good 1,700 or something?
Yeah.
Holy man.
But like in the busy times, they're 2,000 up.
Wow.
So our next
there's 9 of them, 9 or 15. I don't remember. But there's only like 1 cabin, 1 bungalow is 2 bedrooms, and even if you split that with someone, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. That's a.
Ooh, yeah. I'm with you. Let's come back to the real world.
Yeah, I agree.
So is that's got our list?
Yeah, there was
going,
one more
right?
thing I wanted to talk about. We talked about it right before we started recording, which was the new Magic.
Hold on. Number 6. Okay.
Oh yeah. No,
which was the. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Number 6 is the new Magic Bands. Magic Band 2.0.
2.0. Yeah.
All right.
So Terry's going to take over this one.
So Magic Bands, you might ask, what are they? Go ahead.
Hey Terry.
Yeah. Christian?
What are magic bands?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. So magic bands are these great little RFID wrist gadgets. You've got your Fitbits and your I guess now Apple Watches and other sundries that you put on your wrist. Well, these are your everything in Walt Disney World. They become your room key. They become your entrance ticket. They become your credit card. They become everything that you do with your visit to the world. So you don't need to carry your wallet anymore.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So if you go up to, all your fast passes are done on your Magic Band. Everything that you do, if you want to buy your meal, you just hold out your wrist and boom, done. And this little circle glowy thing goes and it's a lot of fun. So they've just recently moved it up to 2.0. It becomes this little puck that is removable from this larger, nicer watch looking band. I haven't received mine yet.
Did you order the 2.0s for yours?
I ordered the original, but I think all of them are getting bumped up now to the 2.0s.
Okay, because I know they're shipping. They're starting to ship now.
Yeah.
I know that annual pass holders, they got theirs, I think last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was reading about that online.
Yeah.
So they've already started to go out. But what's cool about that little puck is it's removable. So a lot of people didn't like having something on their wrist.
Right.
And because it's your everything, your room key and your credit card and stuff like that, you don't just want to throw it around. So people would attach it to their belt loop and attach it to their backpack. And then that's just a bad idea, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Not that theft happens, but say you lose it. It falls off. Or it gets dumped in a river or something like that. It's just a nuisance. The last thing you want to do is be running somewhere to get a new Magic Band to make sure that none of your stuff was taken and all that kind of stuff in the middle of your trip. So the puck allows it to be removable, and that puck comes out and you can put it on a lanyard hanging around your neck.
Yeah.
You can put it on your keys, your keychain if you're used to carrying your keys around. I think that's just a lot nicer.
That's awesome.
They come in these colors, and you get to order your colors, and so it arrives at your house prior to your departure. So you can actually fly with it. You land, you get off, and you go to Magical Express, and you just use that to get on. It's your key to the world. And so you go to your resort room, you hold it up to the door, boop, unlocks.
The best is I haven't actually got to use them yet, but you check in on your phone.
Oh yeah.
And then you don't even go to the front desk. You just walk to your room and you put your hand on the doorknob and you walk into the room.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's really
so
cool.
It's just streamlined your vacation.
It has.
Just making it more magical in my opinion.
I used to love to have the Keys to the World card.
Yeah,
me
too.
That was your room key, your ticket, admission, all that stuff, but it was on a regular driver's license style card or credit card style card. But having it on my wrist just makes way more sense, and I know that we love having them. We like having different colors. My daughter loves we got her the pink one. Now she wants the purple one. So she has different ones, and then there's actually third-party companies out there that are putting appliques on them and designing appliques, princes or for Star Wars or for whatever.
I've seen people decorate their own with nail polishes and stuff like that. People
they go all out.
They're going nuts.
Yeah.
And they make limited edition ones too.
Yep.
They're
There's
usually
a
around
Haunted Mansion
$20.
ones now.
Yeah, they're like $20. You buy them when you get there, and they'll transfer everything to that band, so you can use it like an limited edition one, which are pretty neat.
That's really cool.
Yeah, they become collectibles. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're free when you book your trip, so
They
you
are
don't
free.
have to get those.
I go with
ones.
free.
Yeah. If it's free, it's for me.
That's a good color.
Yeah, I like that. It's a new hashtag. If it's free, it's for me.
I like that.
Now, I have a very important question about the Magic Bands. Can you buy Tonga toast with them?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sold. Then it's well worth it.
Yeah,
Well,
it's extra deep fried when you buy it with your.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, they do a little bonus deep fry.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we've hit everything that we need to on this
2017
show.
looks freaking awesome.
Oh,
I don't know
I'm excited
about,
about 2017.
A lot of stuff's happening. Hopefully, deadlines are met.
Well, I'm not going to get there for that, but I'm so stoked because New Fantasyland wasn't completely open
Same with
the
me.
last time I went.
Mm-hmm.
So now that that's open, I get to kind of see that and then get to kind of preview Avatar from across the fences.
Yeah, you definitely will love a preview. I was thinking Rivers of Light, but I think that's going to be too soon for you because you leave in a few weeks.
Yeah, I won't get to experience it, but
yeah,
I can look over the wall.
Yeah.
I'll take as many pictures as Disney will let me without getting kicked out.
Right.
We'll post that up.
Definitely.
So, Christian, where can they find us if they're looking for us on the web?
So, MouseTalks.com is our website. From there, not only can you see the blog posts we already have up, plus the podcast we're touching on now, and some new posts that'll be up, but from there you can also get to our Facebook and Twitter pages. At MouseTalks Magic is our Twitter. Facebook is MouseTalks. And Phil, I think 3 followers. We're looking to double that very soon. We have an Instagram up that is also MouseTalks.
Yep.
And our social media world is growing by leaps and bounds after each podcast. So it's pretty awesome, pretty exciting.
Awesome. Yeah, and if you have a question or something that you want to ask us, use that at questions@mousetalks.com.
That is correct.
It's a great way to get your question answered by the panelists here in the studio. We'd love to hear from you.
And it's free.
Hashtag,
if it's free,
it's for me.
It's for me. You can also reach out to us on Facebook with questions, Twitter. Hit us up on Twitter.
Anything.
Whatever works for you. Email. A lot of people don't like it. It's very 90s. But, whatever works for you, we're here for you.
Our operators are standing by.
Definitely.
All right. Well, so that's all I have tonight.